Ladies first.
No, you go first.
You.
I suck it on the spot. I have to think about it. We've been together for 3 years, if you can't tell.
The first time we met was in Las Vegas.
We ditched these guys to come hang out with him and his friends because it sounded like they were having way more fun at a pool party.
Early in the morning, right before the break of day.
Taylor and I started talking and
Just telling everybody we were already married and we're having a kid. Went and bought t-shirts off the people that pass out those naughty cards in Vegas.
you know the guys that stand on the strip and they hand out the stripper cards? So we bought their t-shirts, like the guy gave us the one off of his back for like 20 bucks and found another one. So we put them on. They said something really naughty on them. We were wearing them and we went and collected all the cards off the ground that people drew. And we stood there and we were handing them out to people. And we had families walk by us like, you guys are better than this. You guys can do better in life. Like, I was so Twitter-pated. I was all over Taylor.
There'd never be a moment we weren't together, and it was that way for...
Till today, honestly.
Like in the first year, we could count like the days in one hand, how many times we spent away from each other.
So glad that you came back. Years already passed.
I grew up with Taylor and he was my idol growing up. And one thing about him that I always really admired was the way that he cared for other people, the way that he put his emotions into his life. And I see him do the same thing with Rayslyn all the time, just the way that he loves her and you can see her give him the same thing back.
They bring out the best in each other. They make each other smile. They make each other laugh. They have so many common interests. They are amazing parents. Really, the reason we met was because we both lost a sibling. I lost my sister and he lost his brother. Taylor had wrote me on Facebook and just was like, hey, like if you ever need anything, like I know what you're going through. We're on the same page in that aspect.
We lost.
Well, we talked like previously how we don't feel like you have to be married to have a baby, and so we weren't trying, but it happened like very near after. And I'll never forget just sitting there and like looking at this little test, and it was just like 2 lines, and I was just like,
It was an amazing day for me.
Used to letting you go.
When little Rawlings was announced that he was going to be born, I opened up this little teeny bag and there's a onesie. I was so thrilled to become a grandma, and not only just to become a grandma, but to know that my son loved Rayslyn as much as he did and that she loved him as much as she did.
And they cherished their little boy more than anything. Yeah.
That's right.
Neither one of them can be away from him. I don't know what they're going to do to go on a honeymoon. Probably have FaceTime every 10 seconds.
Yeah.
But time is getting heavy, so the car is parked just outside. Are you still coming?
I booked a room down to Grand. She had no clue. Just told her to get in the car, we're going. And we showed up there, got massages. I made sure she had her nails done.
good boy.
And before we walked in, I think it was probably the most nervous I've ever been in my life. I was trying to tie
You're getting nervous just talking about it.
I was trying to tie a bandana around her eyes, and she's like, "Why are you so nervous? Why can't you breathe? Like, what's going on?" I was like, "Nothing. Don't worry, don't worry." And we opened the door, and the lights were off, and there was rows of candles, and it led to the table at the end of the room with the ring. And I read her a little poem thing I wrote, and
we got into the hotel room and he shut the door, and he was like, he literally couldn't breathe. Like he was like, and I was like, oh my gosh, we're getting engaged.
Every time.
so our wedding is on August 18th, 2018. I know it's gonna be perfect. I wouldn't want to share it with anybody else. I'm super excited. It's gonna be the best day of my life.
We've got our bachelor and bachelorette parties this weekend in Vegas. Then we're off to Hawaii.
behind. So honey, let's go.
I'm just very proud of them, and I'm very, very happy that they're getting married and going to start their family as man and wife with Rawlings there. And can't wait for more babies, and I'm just very proud of both of them.
We are very tickled that they're finally getting married. We think they make a really cute couple.
We're just tickled pink. I love her to death. She's always been the cute little spunky little gal from the time she was little. With her and Taylor together, it's really neat to watch them. They love each other so much, and they're so caring with each other. And Taylor loves her to pieces, and he'd do anything in this world for her. And Rayslyn would do the same for him.
Well, we're still waiting for Taylor to take me out for lobster, shrimp, and them little crab nubbins. All I can eat. But the day'll come. Hope they have a very, very happy life. And I know they will.
That's true.
Now we're waiting for a little girl.
Did you hear that, Rayslyn?
I heard it.
Get to work.
Not just gaining a husband to my best friend, I'm gaining another best friend. Couldn't be happier for him. I'm gonna cry.
My favorite thing about Rayslyn, there's way too many to pick one out, but just to point out a few.
But keep going.
Just to point out a few is her personality. She's just so happy all the time, and she comes in the room and she just can brighten anybody's day with her smile and her cute little dimple.
I've been thinking about what I'm gonna say for our vows over the last few months, and there's just so much. I'm so blessed to have Taylor in my life. I love you so much, and I'm really, really excited.
Where we can lay low, where we can get high, where we can run away, we can go today, we can leave the world behind. So honey, let's go. Let's do what we lost. Do all the things we dream of. We can lay low, where we can get high. We can run away, we can go today, we can leave the world behind. So honey, let's go. Let's do what we lost. Do all the things that we've been dreaming of. Later in the evening, you're sleeping with your headphones on, belly full of red wine. By now they must know we're gone.